Welcome back to another episode of Footballin' with Ben Roethlisberger. My name is Spence, and as always, I am joined here with two-time Super Bowl champion, Ben Roethlisberger. You looking for your things there,
I was trying to figure everything out.
Yeah, okay.
We're not at the bar. It's just different.
It's a different location here.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, we are in a new location.
We didn't just remodel the basement?
I don't know. If you did, you and Ashley did a phenomenal job because it looks beautiful. Matter of fact, I'll cut to a wide shot here. You guys installed an entire brewery.
We did. We decided to do a brewery in the basement. I know a lot of the fans and people that have been watching have wanted a tour of the basement.
Yeah.
So we're giving you guys a tour.
There it
of
is.
Our,
there it is.
The normal basement is a green screen. It's not real. This is the real basement. We've got a whole brewery behind us.
There are going to be so many people like, see, I told you it was a green screen. Yeah, we do not have the time or discipline or know-how to do a green screen. But
Or brew beer.
Or brew beer. We tried that once and failed miserably.
Yes, we did.
And we actually are not at your basement or in your basement, obviously. We have taken a little bit of a field trip.
I think when you come to a place like this, it's going to be hard. I've never done this before. Might be my first time doing this. I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is like good or bad to do this, but like I think whenever you come to this like area,
yeah,
and you talk about it, you're supposed to go like, or something like that, like OH or I don't know the whole thing. I don't know.
You doing that seems
very unusual.
Very unusual.
I know.
Yeah.
Because I'm like a PA. Yeah. Like I don't do that.
It's kind of the same motions. Yeah, we are We are in Columbus, Ohio.
We are in Columbus, Ohio.
We are sitting in the Doghouse Hotel, which is conjoined with the Brew Dog Brewery. If you guys are listeners or watchers of this show, you will know a couple weeks ago or months ago, depending on how many episodes we do. Yeah, there you go, punch in, a little Brew Dog. We had sampled one of their beers on the show. Since sampling that, one of you guys sent it in. It was awesome. We thoroughly enjoyed it. Since sampling, we got contacted or got in contact with the beautiful people at Brew Dog, and were able to set up an opportunity to come stay at the Doghouse Hotel. Mm-hmm. And
Not in Cleveland.
Not in Cleveland. We wouldn't do that.
Well, we could make him a winner if I was there. Oh, I'm sorry. We can edit that. We can edit that out.
This place is amazing.
It
Say
is
what
awesome.
you will about Ohio sports.
Awesome. I have a lot of respect for Ohio sports. Obviously, grew up
man.
an hour and a half from here, and basically, you can talk about football, whatever you want to do, right? But this is like Ohio State Central, which I have no problem with. Like, where I grew up in Findlay, people were huge Ohio State fans. But we are in Columbus. This hotel is awesome. The brewery, we've been fortunate to be here. We got in here a few hours ago.
Yeah.
We got to have lunch here, enjoyed some amazing food, took a tour of the brewery, have tried a few beers, and then we get to do the show here.
Yes.
And we've got like the room has like a garage door looking out to the brewery. That's
legitimately, for those of you guys that think that we green screen all of our back, that's legitimately the brewery right there. Like I can't.
Yeah, you can't green screen that.
I wish I could turn these cameras around. We are in Rachel. We have Rachel here. She is the head of the digital marketing here at Brew Dog. This is the Punk IPA or that Punk Suite. Brewmaster Suite, of course.
Brewmaster Suite.
Right. I think I'm in the Punk Suite, I think. Yeah.
This is basically where most alchemists stay.
You're the alchemist.
I am an alchemist.
So this is the Brewmaster Suite at the Doghouse Hotel. It is legitimate. I wish I could turn one of these cameras around and show you guys. Like, it is a fantastic suite. You walk in, and some of the things that are, I feel like, make this place amazing. If you are a craft beer person.
Oh, yeah.
A craft beer is what you are into. Mm-hmm. You have to. There is no reason. There's no excuse for you not to check this place out.
Do you know when you you do know.
Yeah.
When you check in,
yes,
you get a beer.
You get a check-in beer.
Not just like they give you one. You have a choice.
Yes.
Beers on draft, sour, ciders, IPAs, lagers.
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want. Like, how cool is that? And at some point, we need to let the people know.
Yeah.
Because we don't really edit anything. You might hear a dog barking.
Yes.
Because this is open.
Why is
green screen?
Why would we hear a dog barking?
Because this is a dog-friendly hotel. And we've already seen quite a few dogs.
Yeah.
We got an elevator with a dog earlier.
Yeah. You're a big dog guy, too, so that was...
It was awesome. I almost brought one of my dogs. But and getting off the elevator, there's dog bones.
Yep.
Give the dog a treat. And then there's candy for the big dogs.
Yeah.
AKA humans.
Yes.
But no, we had food. We've seen dogs. They have a dog park here.
Yes. Which is immaculate.
And we still haven't done it yet. When we walked in, there was a table outside.
Yep.
I don't even know how to describe this, but the seats at the table were like swings.
Oh, yes.
Remember that?
So it's like
you kind of like.
We got to go do that afterwards. So you walk in. So listen,
it's hard to explain. You got to come check it out. It's unbelievable.
We will talk about it throughout the course of this evening. We do have a lot of stuff to cover. We will be sampling 3 beer, and we have some beers here that we have with us right now. But we are going to be sampling 3 beers that the good people at Brewdog picked for us, alongside 3 items of food from their menu from their restaurant.
Right. So we've had some for lunch.
Yes.
Excuse me. There we go. There's my lunch.
There it is.
We're gonna have some different food come up, but the lunch food was amazing. I had a like a spicy pizza. Was really good.
I took a slice of that.
Yeah, I took a slice of that. You had a taco. Did you have? What was it?
Steak tacos and a pizza.
Yeah, you had a few things.
Yeah, that's right.
And you had fries too. Remember?
Yeah. Oh, we had truffle fries too.
Fries.
Your boy, listen, your boy can eat. Okay.
So far, food has been amazing. Beer has been awesome. This place is through the roof. So. Encourage anybody. I had no idea until we had the beer about Brew Dog and the hotel, the brewery, any of that stuff. And so it's just been really, really cool to talk to people about it and other people know about it. But, anybody, any of the fans of the show, if you want to make a trip over here, bring your dog.
Yes.
This is really cool.
It is well worth it. Like you said, we got here a couple hours ago and we were able to check out some of the stuff they have. You can do the brewery tours. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff for the family. Like,
did you know that I have, and you do too, there's 2 mini fridges in your room? Did you check it out yet?
Oh, dude, talk about that.
Well, so when I walk in my room, I'm just looking at the door.
Yeah.
I walk in, as soon as I look to my left, there's a little fridge.
Yeah, that's nice.
And it says the best mini bar in the world.
That's it right there?
That's what it says right there. And when I open it, it's full of beer.
That's very considerate.
I'm like, wow, really cool mini bar type thing, right? Okay. So I was like looking around the room, like, okay, cool. Let me go hit the bathroom real quick. I walk in the bathroom. What do I see? A fridge in my bathroom.
What's that for?
Well, there's more beer in the fridge.
Come on.
And then I look in my shower. It's got a beer holder in the fridge. I mean, in the shower.
Yes.
So there's a little shelf for your beer.
Yes.
And then I set, I'm looking, I'm going to wash my hands after using the facilities.
Very.
As you should.
Yeah,
everyone
nice.
should.
Yeah.
Wash your hands. Sanitary. And I look, and there's a koozie stuck to the mirror.
Oh.
What?
For what?
I can set my beer in the koozie.
How convenient.
Just in case.
Listen, man.
Pretty cool.
I'm telling you, Ben and I have been like we've been here for a couple hours, and we've gotten to check out the place. This is a craft beer lover's dream.
100%.
Like, come check it out, man. Do yourself the favor. Like, so obviously we're in Pittsburgh. It was a 3-hour drive.
Yep.
Like, it was not bad at all.
No, we went the speed limit 3.
That's right. It was 3:30. Because we law-abiding citizens. Okay.
Yes.
So, no, but it is an awesome spot. We are very thankful for the people at Brewdog for inviting us over.
Thank you so much
for showing us everything that they have here. We'll be like I said, we'll be sampling some of the food that's coming in tonight. But last time I think we did this, we were anticipating the preseason. We were looking, and
there's been 2 games since then.
There's been 2 games since then, so we are gonna dive into some Steelers football. We're getting ready for the season. We definitely need a life update because you had mentioned that your oldest son Benjamin had started football.
Yep.
And
football update.
Since that last conversation, he's actually had his first game, so I definitely want to know how that's going because we really haven't caught up a whole lot. We watched the
fight the other night.
Fight. Which we could talk about.
Sugar Shane O'Malley.
That was wild. But I think before we get everything started, it only makes sense to start with a beer. We're in Brewdog.
After we,
what you got for me?
Announce another kind of special guest.
Oh, we do. Yeah, we do have an off-camera guest.
We have an off-camera guest that is going to be a part of the show. We would love to give him a mic and a camera, but we'd have to have a cutoff button because he likes to talk about his beers and politics and all that stuff. So we couldn't do that. And I love him to death, but he's got a face for radio. I'm just joking, Bill. But no, you've heard us talk about it on the show before.
Yes.
Our dear friend from Findlay, Brian Beal, is here, which we'll refer to from here on out as just Beal.
Yes.
Is in the room with us. He's going to be sampling some beers, more than just us. and he's going to be giving us his 2 cents.
He's like the cupbearer.
Bill, it's only 2 cents, not 25 cents. Okay, 2 cents on beers, on the food. He ordered a lot more food than what we have for the table. But we just want to say, if you see us looking and talking off screen, or you hear a voice, that is one of our dear friends, friend of the show, one of our true brothers.
Yeah,
Bill.
Yeah.
Do we have an echo?
I can put one on. Yeah, for sure. He's got a voice like James Earl Jones over here, so it sounds like God is talking from the corner.
But now we can do a beer.
Yes, yeah, we can do a beer. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Miss Rachel Rudy here.
Rachel.
Yes, thank you so much.
Rachel, for all your help.
Thank you so much. I'll pass this
you've
down.
done.
Thank you. So Rachel has just brought us Brewdog's Elvis juice. That's right.
What I'm going to do while you read, I'm going to pour.
This is
because we know since we're in a nice place.
Yeah, I don't want to spill it.
You have a tendency to spill.
Yeah, it's not.
I pour.
Okay.
While you talk.
Yeah. So, what you want to know about Elvis juice, outside of the fact that the can is super rad, it is their most popular beer. It is 6.5%. It is a grapefruit infused IPA. The tasting notes here, because I was provided with them from professionals.
Well, these aren't yours.
No, I'm not the guy you want doing that.
I don't really. I'm not a huge grapefruit guy.
You're not a huge grapefruit guy. So we'll see how this goes. So it's supposed to be zesty, citrus, and juicy, and it pairs with the food that will be coming in.
Say zest.
Zesty, citrus, and juicy.
I think that's what it said under Beal's description.
That was his
for football.
No, that was
his football description.
That was his senior quote. That was Beal's senior quote.
All right, what? Okay,
right, it's an American IPA with a bitter edge that will push your citrus tolerance to the brink and back. See, Elvis juice is loaded with tart, pithy grapefruit. This IPA has a caramel malt base supporting a full frontal citrus overload. Grapefruit piled on top of intense aroma hops. Waves of crashing pine, orange, and grapefruit round out this citrus-infused IPA. Ladies and gentlemen,
a lot of citrus.
This is Brewdog's Elvis juice.
A lot of citrus. I love the color. The smell is amazing.
That's super citrusy on the note. Typically, like citrus IPAs, aren't overly citrus. It almost smells like a juice. I mean,
remember when I did my one-time bourbon tasting with our friend Bart, who doesn't, not the Bart you think of, just a Bart.
No,
after you sniff, you must sniff your sleeve to cleanse the nose palate. By the way,
is that real?
That's what they said. But here's what else I'm going to say. I need to comment on the commenters.
Yeah.
That commented on us last week talking about. Remember, I made a comment about a lot of comments.
It's the internet. It's filled with comments.
Remember, I said I need something that cleanses my nose.
Yeah.
And they kept saying smell coffee beans.
Oh yeah, you do that.
So those people obviously don't watch the show because they know I don't like coffee.
You hate coffee.
I don't like the smell of coffee. I don't like the taste of coffee. So I'm not going to smell coffee. So next time, let's not suggest that.
So we're going to do
sleeve.
I don't listen. I know you went to a legit bourbon establishment.
I did.
You made your own blend.
I did. I made my own blend.
And
Big Ben's blend.
And but the sleeve,
I'm just telling you what the professional told me.
I'll do it. Listen, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. It's very citrusy.
I like these sniffers too. We gotta level up. What do you got? Ooh.
See. Is there
an IPA?
That's what I'm saying. It does not taste like. Is there an IBU? We got nothing.
6.5 IBU.
Very low. 3.
Yeah. Do you have the IBU on this, Rachel?
I can pull it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have the best people working on it.
Yes.
It's
good.
You could have fooled me.
But if you would have told me, I never would have thought this was an IPA. It's got a great flavor. A lot of great citrus. I guess this is the flagship, right? I mean, this is
oh, dude, that's I know there are people that like craft beer that I just don't like IPAs. Man, you would love that.
Unique. Yeah, if you don't like IPAs, but you want something craft, like you said, perfect. What you said, craft beer. This is.
I mean, it's bitter. You have the hot bite there for sure, but it's not
mild.
That's very drinkable though.
Bill, you like that?
How would you rate that on 1 to 10, Beal?
10 being the highest.
Yeah.
10
being your most favorite beer of all time.
Nothing can top it. 7.5 from Brian Beal. That's good. I'll co-sign at 7.5 because that's very drinkable. Because I don't like the super bitter.
Grapefruit at the beginning on the nose.
Yep.
Very citrus. Very citrus earlier.
Very citrusy. But when you drink it, you can taste that for a second, and then
Yeah.
it's on the tip of your tongue, but there's no
caramel or
that
something.
bitterness doesn't.
Yeah. It's
Caramel malt. Yeah, see, caramel.
That's what it is, yeah.
There's a
Caramel malt.
subtle caramel.
Yo, it's a 7.5 for me, and I feel like I'd probably be reaching for that over your standard IPA. That's super drinkable to me.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. If I wanted to have an IPA, I'm not grabbing this. But
Like you want the
if I want
hoppy,
IPA, the hoppy.
yeah.
But if I want to go, like, you could drink that doing anything.
Yeah.
You could sit by the pool. You could mow the grass. You could sit with your buddies. You could order that.
You could sit with your enemies.
100%. You could sit with Cleveland Browns people and share that if you wanted.
Your enemies, right?
I will say this because we're here. I don't know that Buckeyes and Wolverines can share that because I don't think they're allowed to share anything together.
I'm going to say this as the resident person who knows absolutely nothing about sports. I think this is the thing to bring them together. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of unity. And if you're going to do it, if you're going to come together, this is what you should come together over. That's very
Exceptional beer. Well done.
I understand why that's the most
And
popular.
you know, I don't like grapefruit, and I don't take it. It's citrusy, but it's not like that grapefruit unique
Yep.
flavor.
Yeah, dude.
Doesn't have that.
So out of 10.
I'm 7.5 y'all.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Very good.
Completely fine.
And I will say this. I know we are sitting in the doghouse, which super rad name for a hotel. But all of these beers, like, we have been instructed to be brutally honest about. So,
Oh yeah, listen, they don't know us. We will tell the truth.
if we hate something, we will
We'll
let
let
you
you
know. So, but yeah, I'm
excellent
a
beer.
fan of that one.
Excellent beer.
We'll keep this here because
we were talking about Ohio State being here, right in Michigan,
Yep.
and Bill, I think Michigan's won the last two.
Bill is
correct?
avid Ohio State fan.
Which is I'm saying that's crazy because Ohio State has been dominating forever. But
Yeah.
did I ever tell you my Ohio State story? Why I didn't go to Ohio State?
Oh no, you know what? I think you might. Yes, I think.
Did I mention on the show before?
No, but you need to. Because you correct me if I'm wrong. You toured Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm from an hour and a half from here.
Right.
I would say, and Bill can probably correct me. Like I said, we 2 cents, Bill. We don't give him too much microphone time. We
have to account for inflation. So Beal's 2 cents is going to be $1.25.
we from people from Findlay. You know, obviously there's other schools, but I would say that throwing a rough numbers, 75% went to Ohio State. You know, you get a few Miami Ohios, you get a few Ohio universities, a couple Bowling Greens, you know, and some outliers. But it's it is Ohio State. Am I right, Bill? I mean, mostly Ohio State. So it's like when you come from Findlay, or I'd venture to say pretty much anywhere in Ohio, if you're a good football player, it's like you're probably going, like, people assume you're probably going to Ohio State. Just being honest.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and obviously I didn't play till my senior year, quarterback. And so, you know, it's kind of one of those assumptions that, like, okay, you know, if you play well, and I think that there's probably a little bit of a stigma in it. I guess a stigma is a bad thing, right? But there's probably a little bit of assumption from Ohio State, and maybe new coaches. It's been a while since I've been around, but I assume that a lot of these big schools, maybe Harbaugh in Michigan, like Saban in Alabama, or any of these schools, like, some of these coaches probably have this, like, and I mean this in the nicest of ways. It's not going to come across that way. They have this ego that, like, if I invite you, like, if I give you a scholarship, you're gonna come.
Right. Assumption to these big schools, like, hey, man,
because listen,
we have a winning program.
This kid's from Ohio.
Yeah, it's an honor.
Like, you're from Ohio. I'm coming here.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a scholarship. You're coming.
Yeah.
And it's like because most kids are like, oh my gosh, that's my dream, because they grow up loving it, and that's not a bad thing. It's just what it is.
Right.
So I only played obviously 1 year. So I remember we played. I was doing pretty well my senior year, so some schools started calling and recruiting and writing letters and whatever, and then more and more because we started doing better. And I went on an unofficial visit because rules were so much different back then than they are today. Unofficial visit to Ohio State.
Okay.
And this is after the season was over, so right as like recruiting is like, or is like you're gonna start picking, right?
Yeah.
So I had my first visit. I had 3 visits lined up initially. Like, my first 3 were, I was going to go to Duke, which I know is unusual, but I think I had this illusion probably at the time. Well, first of all, I love the coaches there. Obviously great education,
Right.
beautiful campus, all that stuff. Everyone, it's no secret that I love basketball.
Right.
So I probably like had this grand illusion that I might try and play basketball when I was
Coach
there.
K needs me.
No chance. But still, I would have this thought in my head. But anyway, so I was lined up to go to Duke. Then the next week was Ohio State.
Yeah.
And then the next week was Miami, Ohio. Those were my first 3 visits, and I was going to line up like Pitt. I had some other ones lined up. So the week before Duke, I took an unofficial to Ohio State. My high school coach and myself went down there, and there was a coach there. I don't need to mention any names, but people figure it out. Went and visited him, sat in his office, and I was the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah. He's like, my man.
You are everything we want. We can't wait to have you. This is going to be great. We're going to come in here. You're going to dominate. You're going to play for 5, whatever. You're going to play right away. All this stuff that they probably sell everybody.
Sure.
On. And I was like, this is awesome, right? Because you're sitting in this office. You're seeing trophies. I mean, it's the Ohio State University.
That's right.
It's like, wow, this is pretty cool. I mean, you feel so like wanted. Like you actually feel important.
Yeah.
So important. So I was like, man, this is boy, I'm gonna go to Duke and I'm gonna come back and go to Ohio State. This will be really cool.
Yeah.
So I get to the airport. I actually went to the Columbus airport to fly to Duke. Okay, because it's the airport you fly to. And I saw the coach
From Ohio State.
from Ohio State that I had just saw less than a week later. And we kind of like he was coming toward. And Grant, I don't remember the exact details, but I don't know if he was coming towards me or whatever. But I saw him enough that I was like,
Yeah. Hey, sir.
hey, coach, how you doing? And he just kind of like kept walking, and I was like,
Hit you with the leg. Did you think like maybe he didn't see
yes,
me? Maybe he didn't
exactly. Like
Okay.
he definitely didn't see me, even though we almost high fived.
We almost touched hands.
And so I saw him again. And I was like, hey, coach, he definitely didn't see me. Like
Yeah.
I just saw him a week ago. He like loved me, right?
Right.
Hey, coach, how you doing? Ben. He was like, and just had no idea who I was.
What?
No idea who I was. So I was like I was crushed, devastated,
dang, bro.
And not because who wouldn't be, right?
Yeah.
I mean, any human being in the world would be like
Yeah.
lip quiver,
Yep.
right? So I was like, you know what? Okay. And I did what probably no Ohio-born kid would ever do. I canceled my Ohio State visit the next week.
Dang.
Went to Duke because of that. I was
Yeah.
like, what am I doing? Like, why would I go visit you if you don't want anything to, like, you don't even know who I am?
That's like the equivalent of like, hey, new number, who this? It's like, what are you talking about? It's like, we're like, he's like,
just
sorry.
texted.
It's like, what do you mean, man? Dang. So
New
you
phone. So
you
yeah,
canceled this.
canceled my Ohio State visit, and it was probably a good thing because I think so. I went to Duke, canceled Ohio State, and then went to Miami. And obviously, like, long story short, when I went to Miami, my dad was like, "Don't commit till we leave.
Yeah.
Like, don't join." And sure enough, the coach there was the best in the world, and I committed then. So I didn't even go to any of the trips,
Yeah.
right? But anyway, that's another story. And so it was like I was like just sitting there. Oh, the food just walked in. Oh boy. Oh, Beal's over there. The food walked in because all we hear is Beal grunting.
Oh, I'm so sorry that we're trashing on Ohio State, too.
Yeah.
I'm not trashing on state. So anyway, I was like, it was probably better that I canceled the visit because even if I would have felt bitter or upset or disappointed and still went, I feel like they probably could have like wooed me back because I feel like you go to these big schools and you visit, they're going to find a way to get you because they're going to wine and dine you. They're going to do all this special stuff. And so I didn't do it.
Yeah.
And so I ended up going to Miami, and that was that. So that's my Ohio State story.
Wow.
So anyway, there it is.
I think it turned out okay.
Yeah, I'm not mad.
I think it. Do you think going to a bigger school like Ohio State would have changed the trajectory of your professional career?
You know what? There's a lot of what ifs, and who knows. I'd also heard reports and rumors, whatever you want to call them, that Ohio State wanted me to play tight end because I had played receiver my junior year.
Oh, I understand. Yeah.
And so my senior, I played quarterback and played pretty well. But they also, they had other quarterbacks that were there, and then other ones they recruited, and this, that, and the other. So it was going to be one of those things where it's like, yeah, we want you to play quarterback, but we also might have you play other things.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's one of the reasons I loved Miami was just the commitment. Like I knew what I was going to do when I went there. So, you know, how do
the what if game's hard.
You
because
can't
it's
play
like,
what if. I mean, that's the Monday morning quarterback, whatever you want to say. There's no way that I could sit there and say I would have definitely gone there. I would have been the number 1 overall pick. We would have won 2 national championships. Like, are you kidding me? Like, there's too much to think about. And honestly, I love the fact. I mean, we played Ohio State my freshman year. At Ohio State, I redshirted, and I almost went in. That was the first game I almost went in for.
Really?
I almost went in for that. Bill, you know that story? When we went to Ohio State? My redshirt freshman year, as a redshirt, Mike Bath is starting. We go to Ohio State. I love Mike Bath. Mike Bath should, Miami, Ohio, should be the head coach there. We go to Ohio State. We're in the horseshoe. I think it's the first game of the year. You know how Ohio State always, the big schools always get the small schools the first game to try and pound them.
Yep.
No, we're not calling it state rivalry. You want to pound us, little guys.
It's a state rivalry.
And so we go there, and it's kind of those things where they're getting us a little bit.
Yeah.
And Mike's not playing great, but it's probably partially because how good Ohio State is.
Oh, it's just Ohio State.
And it is the first within the first 3 games of my freshman year. And I remember coach being like, "Hey, go." The quarterback coach, I think, was like, "Hey, you need to warm up on the sideline." And I'm like, "I'm sorry."
Like, you talking about warm up my arm? Or like, what are you talking about?
Like to what extent? Warm up somebody?
Right.
Or me warm up?
Right.
And I did. I warmed up on the sideline, but I swear that Coach Hepp, who I've talked about on this show, who's like was a father to me. I mean, he was the best. Who I wish he would be fun on this podcast. He's not around anymore, but I swear at some point he just like was like, nope, I'm not gonna, because at that point you had the second you touched the field, you lost your red shirt. Like you couldn't even play. I mean, you were done.
Yeah.
And so it was like I think he just was like, you know what, it's not worth it.
Don't spend it here.
No, don't do it. And I warmed up a couple other times throughout the season, like 1 or 2 other times, but I felt like it was just a hey, you see the rooks warming up type thing to Mike the senior. But I was warming up on the sideline at the horseshoe.
Yeah, that might have been. I don't know. Is that vindicating, or is it like if you get to go in and play, right, and they beat the tar off you, right? You're like, oh man, that's the way. Or like even if you perform, even if you lose but you perform well, is that vindicating, or do you have to win that game?
You're not going to win it. Yeah. The difference between when I was in school, now things are a little different now, but the difference between those big schools and the smaller schools like the mid majors and some of the smaller division schools there's a lot of great talent. Like we had Big Ten talent when I played there. Like they could have played on all those teams. We were just as good. My last year, my junior year, we finished 10th in the country. Yeah. We beat the brakes off a lot of schools. The difference was the depth. Once you started getting to the backups, like this lineman goes down, like our backup lineman was like a guy that you didn't know was going to play. You know, like he might not. You know, he's a PhD in this. You know, like great scholar,
right?
Not a great football player, but like the big schools, their backups, like their backups are starters in most places.
Yeah, that's
so the depth is the difference. And so, you know, my first start ended up being at Michigan. Like that was my very first start. My first pass was intercepted by Larry Foote. You know, I mean, it's just my teammate. Yeah. So
your first college pass,
Footy, you cheated.
Yeah, it was an interception to a what would become a future
teammate. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So anyway, that's but that's my Ohio State. Speaking of Ohio State, we almost had Santonio Holmes here.
Yeah, so we did almost have a couple guests here.
I know,
because you went into your Ohio Rolodex and reached out to a handful of people. Well, a couple people.
Yes, I texted Santonio and I were texting a little bit because I thought how perfect would it be to have him here.
Yep.
He was going to come. He said he would love to do it, but he was going to be in. I think he's out of town this week. And I also talked to Kirk Herbstreit, who I thought would be perfect. College football coming up.
Yep.
Ohio State guy, and Herbie, I can't believe that you don't live here. Like, what's wrong with you? All you do is pick Ohio State every week and do all their games. But no, Herbie's in Cincinnati, I believe, because his sons go to St. X.
He would have been an awesome one. There it is. There's the dogs, folks.
Yeah, see? It's real.
This is a dog-friendly hotel.
There's a couple dogs.
Sounds friendly. Right?
Are those dogs fighting?
Right.
Oh, they're outside. They got kicked out.
No.
You bark, you get kicked out. Right. So anyway, we almost had some awesome guests, but we'll get those guys on at some point. But
yeah, both of them would be
pretty
awesome.
cool to be here to be a part of this. But
yeah, That's so funny. I see as the food had just walked into the room.
Bill's eating all of it, you mean?
Yeah, Bill's got a plate full of chicken wing bones. Did you want to share some of it? Bill, would you mind preparing a little plate for us to sample?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The wings. What do you think?
Yeah, let's get the wings. Rachel, I don't know what protocol is for you being on the clock, but please dive into some of that food. You are more than welcome to eat whatever you want to eat over there. Thank you, Bill.
Napkins.
Thank you. We got the silverware for.
Just texting Ashley real quick.
Yeah. This is great.
What did you set up?
And so the Elvis juice was paired with these honey adobo wings.
Oh, these are the wings. Are these spicy, I heard?
Yes. So the honey adobo wings paired with spicy dishes. This IPA. The Fan of Flames.
Nice and sweet.
At first.
Beginning.
Yeah, that's what that's what's saying.
He's like a.
And
He's
then
got some
there's
taste.
a little bit of
Bill review.
heat.
Nice and sweet in the beginning.
You know, when you guys were saying, real quick, to fill the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Evan when you need him?
Me how to rate the beer. You know I'm a stout guy.
Yeah, Bill's a stout guy.
Yeah,
So
we know
when you're
that.
talking about Ohio State, Michigan fans coming together
Thank
on
you,
that
Bill.
Elvis juice.
Yeah.
I'm a stout guy, and I still gave it a 7.5.
See?
It's that good.
That's what Brewdog is
Okay.
doing.
They're bringing everybody
These
together.
are
Okay.
Delightful.
Brewdog is bringing rivalries. It's ending rivalries and it's bringing the people together.
It's bringing people together.
Right. That beer, what do you think? That wing, honey adobo.
You taste that sweetness from the beginning. There's like a
What?
honey.
What is the name of the restaurant down there? The Dog Tap. The Dog Tap is the rest. So that this I feel bad calling it a brewery because there's so much here. This brewery / hotel / restaurant has so much. There's the Dog House is the hotel. Brew Dog is the brewery. Dog Tap is the restaurant. And
Dogs.
it's all dogs. It's me and my dogs, man. Hey, you a drum or flats guy? What are we working with?
Well, this was good.
This one.
I'll be honest with you. That was really good.
I'm a flats guy. I think I learned
Yeah, I
this.
remember you saying that.
I think I learned it. But
I don't care though.
yeah, you just can't get cute with the flats. You know what I mean? You got to really be. Oh, should I have done it without the sauce?
I did first because you have to try it first. That's amateur.
All right, I know.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
They're watching at home. The millions watching around the world.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those would do.
All
Yeah.
all our fans in Scotland, where this brewery started.
Yeah, dude, this brewery started in Scotland. Not only that, we got super educated. So typically we are not as educated about the beers we were trying as we are about these beers because we got educated by the Brewdog staff. They make their water like the water in Scotland. Like, who does that? Who changes the water? Is my voice echoing in this?
Brewdog,
Brewdog changes the water. These wings are amazing.
really good. Not spicy, but not like spicy. Oh, sorry.
They gone. Buddy, they gone.
Sorry. Wasn't that the point?
Yeah, I know. I have so much to do. I just have to
Yeah, you got a lot of buttons to push.
I forget
Those
even.
are very good. He goes in the back. Really good.
Sorry.
Can I grab a napkin?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have both of them.
All right, so as we're moving forward, we got to touch on some football, man.
Yeah.
But we got to touch on. Thank you. Benjamin had his first game.
No boy. Yeah, people want to hear the story.
Yeah, so I'll just tee that up. Benjamin, your oldest son, has started playing football. He just had his first game. I'll let you just paint the picture of your experience,
Okay.
and then we'll go from there.
Okay. So
That was a deep breath to start this.
Gotta settle in.
yeah. So he had his first game last week. We're excited. Our team has been scrimmaging. We're the 10 and under team, the 10U team.
Okay.
And we've been scrimmaging our 12 and under team, and doing really, really well. Like, okay, like we got to, there's a big age gap between 10 and 12. I know everyone's going to say, oh, yeah, 2 years, duh. But like in terms of maturity
yeah.
and body starting to change and whatever. And so it's like, okay, we've been holding our own, I would say. And so we go to the first game. We're playing Avonworth. And we get there, and the 8 and under team's playing. So they go 8 and under plays, then the 10 and under. So it's all the games all at once. So the 8 and under team, we get there, and the final score I think was 36-0. We're like, our little fellas took it on the chin. They'll be all right. And our 8 and under team doesn't have a lot of kids, and our 10 and under team's got like 22 kids or 23 kids. I forgot about this. So we're watching in like the warm ups, and their team, like their coach, is like kind of directing some kids like different, like almost like it's their like they've had their third practice type thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm talking to one of our coaches, and he goes, "Oh man, look at these guys. Don't really look like they're lining up. Like they look like they're struggling a little bit, like getting lined up, you know?" And we had no idea what to expect. So I was like, I can see it too. I agree. I mean, I would have said the same thing. Like, yeah, it looks like it. So we're getting ready to play the game. And I forgot this, dude. Here's one of the best parts. They're introducing the kids. They introduce every kid on every team. Okay. So there's like a bleacher, like a high school bleacher, like halfway full of parents, and because there's cheerleaders for both teams too. So you get the cheerleader parents.
Oh.
Yeah, the cheerleaders.
So it's a whole.
There's a couple hundred parents there. Okay. And so they're gonna do introductions, and I'm kind of like, and so this week there's been some like news around me coaching, like local news, and then I got an email from Fox and Friends wanting me to go on and talk about coaching, and I'm like,
with the friends,
but to me it's like it's about the kids, it's not about me. Yeah. So I don't want to do anything because I'm just helping. I'm just like hey. Coach, how
like
can
there's
I
a different coach.
Yes, there are 3 coaches. Yes. I'm like the 4th guy on the depth chart. Okay. I have a hat. They have shirts that say coach. My hat just says Quaker. Like I'm okay. I have a Q on my hat.
Hey, I think one day, man, you'll earn yourself that shirt, bro.
I'm earning my stripes. But anyway, and so they're going to introduce them, and they're going like numerical, and my son is like the front half. He's not wearing number 7, which is awesome. And so the announcer guy is like, he gets to his number and he's like, Benjamin Roethlisberger.
No.
And I was like, yes.
There's no way he got that wrong.
He screwed it up, which was great because then it wasn't like, because he would have said Benjamin Roethlisberger.
Right.
People would have been like anyone that didn't know would have been like, wait.
Yeah.
There can't, how many Roethlisbergers
Hold
are there?
on.
Yeah. It's not like Miller, Smith, Jones. He hit him with a Roethlisberger.
There's not an N.
I told there was a lot of letters that he put in there that weren't in there. But it was great.
Why didn't you tell me that point? That's so funny, dude.
And so it was. I just remembered it. But it was great because then when he said it, I was like part of me was like couldn't believe that he did that. Like really? And then the other part of me was like, yes, like no one will like.
Yes,
maybe won't put 2 and 2 together. Maybe they will. But either way.
But in any other place that makes sense. When you're talking about football in the city of Pittsburgh.
So that announcer was one of those guys that was like he was just throwing like one-liners out there.
Yeah, no,
anyway.
That's funny.
Yeah. So we get the ball first. We win the toss. We'll take the ball. So they kick off. They almost recover like this little squib kick. We recover it on like the 30-yard line. And our first play of the game goes for -1. Our second play goes for -2. Third play gets 1. So now it's third and third down. We go 3 and out. 4th down and 13. We're going to punt. Okay. And punting with this age is not the easiest thing to do anyway.
Sure.
So you don't want to do it, but we're like backed up and it's 4th and 12. So 4th down, they tackle our punter. And I know most people are going to be like, wait, what do you mean? And I'm going to tell you this, that our punter caught the ball and they tackled him. So it wasn't roughing. It wasn't anything. They just tackled our punter for -10.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
They scored 2 plays later. All right, we're down. And they went for an extra point. They missed it. 6-0. Here we go. We're ready to roll. Let's go, boys. Let's get this thing figured out. They go to kick off. And they kick off. And they do a little directional kick. Danny Smith will be proud of the special teams. They do a little directional kick, and they recover it.
They recover their own.
Yeah, good for you guys. You recovered it, and you guys scored 3 plays later.
Yeah.
Good for you. 12-0. No problem. Congratulations. When they kicked the ball to like in the area of our kid, and I'm not going to ever put any of our kids out there, but the one kid like saw the ball come and hit the ground, and he was like looking at it, and then saw the kids running at him, and so he kind of backed away from it.
I understand that.
Yeah, I do too on a punt. They recovered. They scored 12-0. They kick off again. Kick the same kid. Ball hits the ground. He backs away from it. They recover, score 3 plays later. 18-0. Yep, here we go.
Come on, coach. Where's the fourth coach at?
Well, I told coach, like, hey, we were in like a 4-4-3. I'm like, hey, coach, we should consider going to a 5-5-1 or a 5-4-2, like something to spread out in the front. He's like, yeah, we should do that. And I'm like, yeah, we should.
Yeah, whatever you say.
No, he was all on board, but it's hard because you can't really like.
Right.
They're fifth graders. You're on the fly. You can't just like go here. We're trying to get kids moved around. And so they scored. They kicked off again. We finally like fall on the ball. We go 3 and out, and on 4th down, our punter drops the ball. They recover. They score again.
Yeah.
So
what's the math there?
Halfway through the first quarter, it's 20-something. Okay. We ended up. I'm just not going to bore everyone with the details. So it's halftime, and it's 40-0. Obviously, them.
Thanks for clarifying.
40-0, and their coach comes out and tells the official, "Hey, in the second half, we're going to play our 2s and 3s."
Yeah.
And the official tells our coach, and we're like, oh, "Okay, cool. Like thanks. We'll see what happens." And so the final score was 40-0. So they didn't score.
Held them.
Yeah, we did good. We really
stepped
up. We stepped up. I think we finished the game with minus 23 yards of offense.
Okay. Hey, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah. We couldn't do anything.
It wasn't minus 24?
It wasn't minus 24.
That's a good point. We could do nothing.
Yeah. Right.
And so, we lost 40-0. And so then the unique thing was the 12U team played after us. And they lost. So remember, the first team was like 36-0. We were 40-0. And then the older team lost 38-0. So it was like 120-0. Congratulations, afterwards.
Yes.
You guys are much better than us.
Yeah, good team. Good team.
Yeah. So anyway, that was our first game.
Yeah.
And then I had a conversation with the kids yesterday at practice and said, hey, guys, any thoughts, like when a ball's kicked off, when is it live and when is it not? And most of them remember.
Yeah.
Said, oh, yeah, you got to recover. There were some kids that weren't really sure when the ball was live, when it was. So we covered it. So hopefully now we are better on kickoff.
Now they know.
Yeah.
Now
so we have a game this Saturday, and we'll see what happens.
How as a hat coach, you're not a shirt coach yet, how as a hat coach are you able to talk to your team after a 40-0 blowout, especially as your first game? Because again, I'm imagining that there are going to be some kids that are playing this sport for the first time, won't continue afterwards. They're learning the game.
Right.
Yeah, some kids are like, no, I've been waiting or have been playing. There is like, this is what I do, bad game. How do you console a group of 10 and unders to say, hey, you have days like this?
Yeah. Well, so there was definitely different things going on. During the game, there were some kids like wrestling on the sideline.
I don't think so. No, not at a not at a 10 and just a 10
There
and
were
under.
some kids that I was like asking, like I almost said to them, like, listen, if you don't want to be here, just leave. But I was afraid they would really leave.
I wish you would have.
Like that made me feel like I can't do that.
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah. No. You probably. I mean,
Pretzels and beer.
pretzels and thank you, Bill.
And so I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I just told them, like my word of encouragement to the kids afterwards was like this: like, listen, you can get outplayed, they can be better than you, whatever. But what I want to know is like, what's your effort look like? Are you putting in effort? Are you trying? Are you hustling? Or are you quitting? And like, what's going on? Because you can get beat.
Yeah.
If you're trying, if you're busting your butt and you're trying and you're working hard and you get beat, it happens.
Yeah.
But don't just like not show effort, like these kind of things. And so that was mine. One of the other coaches who I love, he's awesome. I wish I remembered his exact words because it was something I'd never heard. And I wanted to tell Tomlin to go with it.
That would have been awesome.
He says something along the lines of like, we just got beat real bad. And he said something along the lines of, hey guys, it's like when you go to a restaurant, you have a bad meal. You don't go back there and eat it again. You just spit it out and you move on.
Hey.
So I was like, hey, okay. I mean,
that's the early stages of the Tomlinism. It's got the meat.
I loved it. I loved it.
It just needs the sizzle.
I was so excited when he said it because I was like, when he said it, I was like,
right.
Okay. I hear you,
the
Coach.
Point's there.
I'm with you.
It's just not tweetable yet.
The kids didn't get it. But
Right.
I'm with you. I love it.
So you mean like Wendy's? Like, what are you? What are you saying? that's hey. So have you seen improvement in practice? Have you seen? Because it's tough to come out the gate like that, but then
they worked hard yesterday in practice. Today's practice I heard got canceled because of the rain.
Yeah. Well, I was a reader.
We'll see.
I don't know.
Anyway, so that's our story. That's my story.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm excited to see how the rest of that season goes. I think.
Sorry to interrupt, too.
Bill, how much?
These are warm.
Yeah. What do we do?
Some street corn and pretzels and beer. While it's warm, you got to try to get some and take something out of your way.
You mind taking these?
Street corn.
Hi, my name's Brian. I'll be your server. Sorry about that bad meal last time.
Can we speak with your manager, please?
Glad you're back.
There's a little honey mustard and pretzel sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Bill, hold on.
Yeah.
Why'd you bring that one?
Why'd you bring this plate with just the one? I'm just kidding, dude.
We're gonna set this guy here.
You pretzel just in case. So the plate, I started making a smaller plate to put on there.
No, you're good, dude. That's just hilarious.
That's all right.
Let's dive into actually the second beer. You want to do that?
Yeah, let's do a beer. This looks amazing.
Since Beal just brought all the food.
Oh, not all of it.
No, I will say this: we have been eating.
Oh, that's
We have Bang Bang Chicken over there.
Yeah.
We have been eating nonstop since we've gotten here. Everything that we've had is phenomenal. All right, here Rachel is here.
We're gonna sober you guys up.
Oh, here we go. So, very fascinating. Excuse me. This next beer is Elvis without any alcohol. Okay, so it's your Elvis juice.
the same thing we just had.
Yeah, but so Brewdog has an entire line of what they call AF beers, alcohol free. It's like their non-alcoholic beer. Oh, thank you. And they do all of their flagship beers without alcohol. So if you're sitting there, you're the old DD, right? Or
You still have a brew.
you can't drink alcohol for some reason.
not one to do.
You don't want to. Here you go.
Okay. This will be our first on the show. I'm excited.
Yeah,
for this.
and I think it's super rad because I think I've had the moment where you go out, like you're having with friends, especially when I was younger. And you're like, hey man, you order a water. You're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You can sit here, man, you wouldn't even know the difference. You'd be like, hey, I'll take one of those. And I've had, actually, this is what I'm drinking. My side beer is one of their AF. It is delightful. I've not had this.
You're at the job.
At the job, break it open. Like,
Maybe you're preggers.
eh,
Maybe you're
it smells,
DD.
it
smells more
like
grapefruity.
I feel like this smells identical to me.
I smell a little more grapefruit.
Here, let's do the, those used? Which one was mine?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Let me see it.
This one's yours. I'm definitely.
I trust you.
That's like
Let's
that's
do-
like refreshingly like.
That's very good.
It's like a.
That's a summer day.
This is
Summer day.
I'm feeling a little.
That's a summer day.
Feeling a little. Bluesy. That's really good.
Not
It's
only
almost
that,
like a.
not only that, dude, but check out the numbers on this. They're alcohol-free stuff. 20 calories, 2.3 grams of carbs.
I feel thin.
So if you're like our good friend Rachel here, who's training for a marathon, that's right. That's right. No guilt. Check this out. The side-by-side comparison.
Wow. You're going at the same time?
That would have been... I'm the tourist for spilling things. Here, let me...
I think... Okay. I want to say this in the nicest of ways.
Yeah, dude, I don't think you're missing out
No.
at all.
I would probably have like a headache tomorrow.
Yeah, the only thing you're doing is making your day a little bit better tomorrow. That's very delightful. Go ahead.
I think that's really, really good. Like
yes,
it's almost like I would drink that as just like a...
like a LaCroix.
Yes. Like
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the kids' practice. Or
Yeah.
You're going to look bad. Because you looks like
Yeah, so like Brew Dog Brewery. What are they
yeah. I mean, like, is this the one? Nope. This guy.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like if you were like I'm carrying around a glass with this in it.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good.
I mean, it looks delicious.
You know what it is?
It looks-
This is that beer that you drive around in the car.
Officer, I don't know what the laws are on non-alcoholic beer. Wait, this is that we do not advise you to do that.
No. Yeah, I was just joking.
But I do invite you to enjoy this,
That's really good.
or at least try it out. And it's interesting, man, because it feels like
You say you like it more? Is that allowed?
if you do,
It's good.
it's really good.
And I don't like grapefruit. It's a little more grapefruity, but it makes me feel like I'm drinking. LaCroix. I don't say LaCroix, but that's really good.
No, it tastes like you're drinking a beer. But the whole like non-alcoholic beer movement, I feel like that's been coming, I don't know, maybe the last 5 years that I've been aware of it.
Yeah.
I've never had one that I was like, oh yeah, that's. But
I would had alcohol-free beer before. I don't know that I've had no like. What's the first alcohol beer you think of?
O'Doul's.
Of course. Have you had one?
I want to say that I had, or St. Pauli's Girls. Is that one?
No, you have.
O'Doul's. Yeah. No, that's O'Doul's rules. That's not. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to go out and order like if I was going out, but like if I. But there's been plenty of times where I'm like, dude, I don't want to have. Yeah. I would order this for sure.
That's very good.
But that's why this is different.
Good job, Brew Dog.
I appreciate you guys having options, man. I think that's what's awesome.
Really cool
for people to enjoy what you guys are making without any limitations. So
isn't all the beer? Didn't I read or you tell me something like all the beer here is like eco? Aren't we like eco friendly?
This is the only carbon neutral brewery.
What does that mean?
That means it emits no carbon.
Which is healthy for
the only certified carbon negative brewery. So by drinking the beer, you're having a positive impact on the environment. No big deal.
So when you drink their beer, you're actually saving the environment.
We might have just saved a dolphin. Good. Look at us.
Good for us.
Look at us. Can we put that in our podcast liner? Like football, the only podcast saving dolphins.
That's good.
Yeah.
I gotta. Are we taking some of that home?
We can.
Can I take? My dad loves grapefruit.
Yeah.
He would like that.
Yeah, we got you.
That's awesome.
That's really good.
I'm actually going to drink this otherwise. Yeah. Dude, it's good, man.
It is. It really is good.
So, all right,
Did you try this yet?
No, but I'm sure. I'm waiting for the next 14 plates Beal's bringing. So,
Beal, how was your... No, Beal, sit down. How was your burger?
The Chuck Norris?
Yeah.
The chicken?
The Chuck Norris. The Chick Norris.
Wait, is the burger called Chick Norris? Like a chicken? Is that what it's called?
No, it's the Chuck Norris.
Well, Cluck Norris?
Cluck Norris. I like the Chick Norris. It's really good. Is that the Bang Bang right there, Beal?
Yeah, I'm bringing it over.
This is really good.
Whew.
Yeah. We've yet to find something we don't like.
Right.
Correct?
Yeah. I'm not like an easy person to please with food. I feel like I like nice food.
Well, you're a really good. You actually like people don't know this about you. Like you're actually a really good cook.
I am.
You cook a lot.
I do.
You'll send me pictures about every night or every other night. Like this is what I'd made.
Yes.
And it looks like sometimes I don't believe you. I think you got it at a restaurant or Evan came over to your house and cooked it. You are a very good chef. And I it's like kudos you. And it's not just like, oh, I'm gonna make a mac and cheese or peanut butter and jelly or lasagna. Like you're making like chicken parm from scratch or like crazy stuff.
Fresh pasta.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And so like for you to, I'm with you, dude.
Yeah.
Like you're a little bit of a food snob.
Yeah, I make all the stuff I don't want to pay someone else for.
Agreed.
I'm like, you know what? I think I can make that. But yeah, this is all very good. I think we need to jump into some Steelers football.
Okay.
So, because there's a lot that has happened, and I'm curious for the future. But this looks like a bountiful harvest, man. This is wild.
Sorry. Good. You asked the question.
So, 2 preseason games have happened at the time of this recording. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Took on the Bucks down in Tampa.
Why are you burping so much?
What? Dude,
Why are you burping so much? All the beer and food?
Yeah. I'm eating and I'm talking and I'm like...
I almost offered the Cluck Norris.
The Cluck Norris?
The Cluck Norris. All right.
We go down to Tampa.
Games.
Right? And it feels like we make light work of that.
Yep.
We come back home and dude, I don't know what happened with Buffalo. Yeah. I like Buffalo. I like watching Josh Allen play. I like watching the Bills play. I think they're very exciting. They're very dynamic. And I felt like the Steelers made them look like they were playing a high school team.
Yeah.
Penalties after 13 penalties. Man, they beat themselves in a lot of things, but it was fascinating for me to watch.
Yeah. So I would say this. I'll start with the Tampa game.
Yeah, so we can backtrack to that one.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about. That was quick work. And a lot of the defensive starters didn't play.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what you expect. Offensive guys were in there. One of the guys we've talked about since day one, Dan Moore Jr.
Come on now.
Starting, doing his thing, holding it down like I told everybody he would. I know I don't know much about football, but
You're learning, though.
good for you, Dan. Keep it up, dude. Don't stop. So proud of you. They go down there. Kenny drives him right down the field. George Pickens, little in right. Oh, I wasn't with you watching the game? Where was
The Tampa game? No, I watched it at home.
So I was somewhere watching the game, and this is no one's going to believe me. I wish Benjamin was here and my wife was here. They could co-sign this truth.
Yeah.
So George lined up on the backside of a formation. So the strength was over here, so all the receivers were over here. And typically that's kind of where Deontay's been lining up.
Yeah.
So he lined up back there, and I think it was a third down or something. And I was like, I was watching the game, and I was like, hey, this is gonna they're gonna throw to George here. Mm-hmm. Like they're trying to isolate George. Sure enough, he catches a little dig, a little in route, goes to the house. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if Benjamin was the only one that heard me, but he stood up like I just predicted.
He's a prophet.
Yes, it was something crazy. He was like, "Are you kidding me?" And Ashley's like, "What?" He's like, "Dad just said he was gonna throw to George on the backside." And Ashley's like, "What?" And I was like, "I just looked like something that they would do there." But anyway,
what do you mean, Dad knew the play?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
But anyway, they drive down the field, they score, looks great, get out of the game. Next game. That is as perfect as a preseason first game you can have as an offense. As a quarterback, you love it because you come off, it's clean, ball's out of your hand, you're not getting hit. You throw a touchdown pass, and as soon as you're walking to the sideline, Tom was like, you're done.
Yeah.
You know it, you see it, done. And even you act like, Coach, let me go back in, but you don't want to go back in.
You taking your tape off.
Coach. Coach, no, I'm not doing my show now. So anyway, great, done. Good for you guys. Next week, Buffalo, this is going to be the challenge. Buffalo is an AFC contender, Super Bowl guy, MVP candidate in Josh Allen, who was my pick last year. And I think this is going to be a good challenge. It's at home, but it's going to be good. And they go down the field, the Steelers go down the field, and Jaylen Warren hits the burners around the outside. And I would like to say this as we're sitting here talking. That run he doesn't score if Deontay doesn't put extra work in on blocking. Deontay was so selfless in that situation that he he's like, my job is to block on this play. He could have very easily said, listen, I don't get paid to catch balls, score touchdowns. I had you for a second. No, he's blocking downfield and creates the lane for Jaylen to just, I didn't know he had that burst.
I
thought it was awesome to watch. I was so excited for him. And I was like that is line blocking Dan Moore, the rest of the boys up front, Deontay on the outside. That is the team touchdown.
Yes.
And you get it, and you get a guy. And I think it's exciting for Steelers fans. I know they want to see more from Naj, but you have to be excited about number two. What he's doing, that creates more for Naj. And that gives you a 1-2 punch. That's exciting for Steelers fans. So anyway, they score. Awesome. And again, I'm going to sit on this podcast and talk about this as we do this throughout the season. I'm not the defense is you know how much concern I have?
Yeah.
This.
Yeah.
Unless you get some injuries, which we hope no injuries, but I'm not concerned with the defense. And sure enough, they did what they're supposed to do. They get the ball punt, and the punt Austin, is it Calvin Austin, the third, I believe.
Yes.
Takes the punt, almost goes to the house.
I know, dude. I was excited.
Which is awesome.
That was exciting.
Because I know that people are excited. The Steelers are excited about what he could bring after being hurt last year. Mm-hmm. Because he just creates another weapon on offense. But also, what's he going to do in the special teams? There's some excitement there, And so he gets it down. Next play, which is totally any offensive coordinator, anytime there's a turnover, a big play happens, 80% of the time, the next play is we're taking a shot.
Yep.
And sure enough, he takes Pat down the middle. Awesome look off by Kenny, little back shoulder on the linebacker. Pat catches, scores, and it's day done.
Yeah.
Now I will say this: I was really surprised that he pulled him after that. I get it. Like, you saw what you wanted to, 2 series, 2 scores. But I don't know how many plays they had, but it couldn't have been more than a dozen. Like, that was one play.
Yeah.
That was one play, and the other one couldn't have been a 10-play drive. So I was just surprised because I think with only 3 preseason games, I would think that Mike would want to, what coach would want to see is, like, I want to see some situational football from my starters. Because now maybe he's going to play them more in the third, which typically you don't, but maybe he will to see them. But I didn't see a third and short, like a short yardage play. I didn't see a backed up play. I didn't see a red zone play. Like, I didn't see the things like that situational football that he leans so heavy on situational football. I mean, that is like he preaches situational football, situational football, situational football. You didn't really see that from the offense.
Yeah.
So I was just surprised. Like, I get it. If there was 4 preseason games and that was number 2, and that happened, absolutely get him out because you got game 3 to get him going.
Yeah.
So again, if he decides to take him more into game 3, I mean, I think even Patrick Mahomes played the whole first quarter.
Did he play the whole?
I think he played the first, maybe even he played for a while.
Sure.
So like, and listen, they played great. The offense, Kenny, those guys played great, but I was just surprised they didn't go a little longer. Defense, get those guys out, get TJ out. You can't run the Cam, you can't run that risk. Minka, Pat, those guys. But offense, like, I thought maybe you'd see a little more. And listen, it's his decision. He does what he wants to do. But, like, where's the situational stuff? We haven't seen that yet. We've seen a big play run and a big play pass after a punt return. Like, I'd like to see a little more. To be honest,
is there a scenario in which there's been enough work done in camp to where you feel confident doing that? Do you think
it's different?
Okay,
completely different. You can do all the situational stuff you want in camp. It's different when you're on the field against another team.
And so, do you think? So, with four preseason games, you guys aren't playing the last one, the ones.
Right.
3, how much are you playing?
Played a lot.
You play a lot in 3.
A lot.
So, do you think Coach T plays it like that? I mean, I don't
know. That would be the interesting thing because that's game 3 preseason is is it like a game 3 with 4 or is
because
it more like a 4?
You get 2 weeks before the start.
I know. Right? I don't know. So my point in saying that is, if he pulled the guys so early in this week 2, maybe he's anticipating playing them more in 3.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, and there's where the situational comes in, then okay. I just want to see, as a fan, and if I was a coach, I would want to see situational football against another team.
Sure.
And so,
and a pretty good one,
a real good one, and maybe that's why he pulled them out. Like, listen, we just went against this unbelievable football team and did what we had to do.
Yeah.
But either way, great job by the offense, great job by the defense, special teams, Boz kicking the field goals and all that stuff. So the Steelers are looking great. I mean, it's hard. I know it's preseason, but you're hard pressed not to say, hey, I don't want to say Super Bowl contender, but I'm thinking I'd like to see them in this division. I would.
They are certainly looking like it at this moment.
Yes.
I know it's early and the nature of it being early doesn't permit you the confidence to say that, but the way that they're playing, it seems like
they look good.
Man, it seems like, and that's kind of what at least I've been hearing out of camp. It's like, oh man, we feel good this year. Seems like something's different, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, everybody's saying that about every team now. Everyone's super excited about things. They're like, oh, bro, we made this gnarly catch because this dude wasn't even really guarding you, but it was super dope. It looked good on the gram, right? And so when you start seeing it against other teams that, obviously is not it is, man, the energy in Pittsburgh it's there.
And it should be.
It's exciting.
They look good right now.
Yes.
That's preseason. I know everyone got to pump the brakes a little bit, like it's preseason. But what you've seen so far has to be exciting. Has to be exciting for Steeler fans. And so we'll see. I mean, I think it's Atlanta this week who I'm hoping that they let that running back play. That kid from Texas is a stud.
Oh, yeah.
But, they might not play. And then I think was it the Niners week 1?
Yeah.
Which would be a great test for great defense.
What do you think? I know it's early. We'll probably talk about it when we get closer to week 1, but they're going with Purdy? San Francisco?
If he's healthy, I think so.
Yeah.
It's just amazing that the NFL gives the Steelers a home game. Week 1. Good for you guys. I would love to know what that feels like. Thanks, Roger. But anyway.
Can't find me.
No, you can't get me now. Anyway.
Can't get me now.
But no, I'm excited for what I've seen. So it would be good.
Yeah, man. Have you seen anything around the league that's been exciting for you as well? Are you paying attention to much of that? Because I know in New York, you got Aaron Rodgers going. Obviously, that they're on Hard Knocks, and there's a lot of
a minute of Hard Knocks or a second of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of news around that. He hasn't taken a snap in the preseason yet, but from what I hear,
normal.
He's slated to start,
which would be interesting if he does. I would think that he would want to play a little bit in the preseason just to get a feel with his team. Again, they've practiced against other teams, but it's just different. You got to get on the field a little bit. And preseason is so much different than the regular season. So I get it when if he were to say, "Listen, I don't need to get regular season snaps." He's really good, but it's still nice to get out there with your guys a little bit.
And I know you and I mentioned this briefly, but. Like brand new team, brand new city. You think you would want to,
and they open against the Bills.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you think you would want to have a couple more reps in that. But you were mentioning that he might already have this offense figured out.
Well, yeah. I mean, one of the reasons I think he went to New York, I think he went there because he, wanted to be in the Big Apple. It's a little bit bigger of a media market than Green Bay.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit bigger. So I think he wanted to experience that.
Yeah.
I think he enjoys going to the plays and going to the games and all these other things. But I also, like, his coordinator that was in Green Bay that he loved is there. Mm-hmm. So it's not like he's going to people have to understand something. He's not going to like a brand new offense. He's going to an offense he knows and understands. So it's not like he's like, let's wipe the slate clean and start over. No, he's going to something he's like, yeah, I like, and he likes that coordinator. So it's not like he's going to a guy that he didn't like either. He's going to a coordinator, and I think it's Nathan Hackett, where he is like, that's his guy.
Yeah.
That'd be like going to play with like BA or with Randy or someone that you like knew and you had for a while and you have a great relationship with. That's what he's going to. So, it wasn't like he just like closed his eyes and picked a team. He went to a place that, it was a calculated thing. Like, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, man. That makes sense. Yeah, it'll be, all that stuff is exciting to see. I feel like, I don't know if it's because of the league has been, like, we just haven't had football through the summer, right? I don't know if it's like, okay, I'm ready to see football. Yeah. I mean, even watching the preseason, I remember sitting there, and we were watching at home, my wife and my daughter were like, my daughter loves football. She saw Alex Highsmith. She saw him tackle Josh Allen, and she's like, She always identifies cheeks, and she's like, and she started freaking out, and we didn't even see that play. Like, we had to look back. She goes, ah! She's running around. She's Mr. Alex. I was like, oh, that's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, but it's exciting, man. I'm super stoked.
Yeah.
I'm super stoked for the season.
It'll be fun to see what happens.
Yes. I think as we're wrapping, we're landing this little plane.
Yes, we are.
We got one more beer.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
Did you try the Bang Bang yet?
I have not, but I will. I'm going to be honest. As soon as we wrap this, I'm eating all this.
Oh, you're being like...
Yeah, well, I don't want to get crumbs all up. There's so many buttons and little things that...
Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't have is some more
I'll
glasses.
pour it in here. I'll pour in this one.
Okay. I'll do this,
I'm
guys.
sorry to spoil it.
Uh-oh.
Rachel.
Ooh, thank you,
We're
Rachel.
talking about Super Bowl championships.
You're reading that?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
That is my favorite.
Miss
This is your favorite?
Miss Rachel is a Browns fan. She grew up in Cleveland, so this has been some of this food. I feel like she didn't really like want us to eat it.
That's why we have Beal.
Sick.
It's the cup bearer.
Can I trade you?
Yes. What do we have? And what is this? Oh, this is the
brisket mac and cheese.
the brisket mac
which
and
pairs
cheese.
perfectly with sours.
Oh, so that's what we're walking into. Thank you so much, Miss Rachel here. Wow. That looks amazing. All right, so we are here. This one
what are we doing?
Here, I'll let you pour.
Okay.
We had a good system going. And I will read. Just learned how, so I'm pretty stoked to share it with you guys. This is called Cheddar Goblin. Yes.
Cheddar Goblin.
So it is a small batch brew from our nano brewery, Brewdog. So as if you thought Brewdog didn't have enough cool little intricate things that they're doing.
Another glass for you, sorry.
They also have a small batch brewery. Oh,
the nano.
Yeah, we met. Was it Nate?
Jason.
Nick.
We
Jason,
didn't really
Nick,
meet
Mike.
him. He didn't want to talk to us.
Right. Well, he
was too busy.
Yeah.
working.
He was in his element. We actually saw him down there, and they do these like super unique beers in these small batches.
Are you gonna give details?
Yeah. I'm gonna. So and it's called Nano Dog. So they have a small batch brewery called Nano Dog. It's awesome. This cheddar goblin here is 5.5 ABV. All right. It is a smoothie style oak aged sour ale.
Sour.
Part of the Fruit Bat series.
Oh. Whoa.
Right? Because it's got the fruit bat.
It's very nose forward.
Well, the tasting notes are fruity, tart, and juicy, and it pairs perfectly.
That was your other nickname, basketball.
That's true.
Fruity, tart, and juicy.
It pairs perfectly with brisket mac and cheese, which we so conveniently have on hand right now. All right. Balance the acidity with the fat from the brisket, right? And the decadent cheese sauce. All right. That's not awful. No, it looks amazing. So the little bio we have here is it's ringing in at 5.5, the small batch smoothie style oak aged sour ale, intertwined succulent mango. It's my favorite fruit. Yeah. Velvety peach and vibrant passion fruit puree, resulting in a tantalizing blend of tartness and juiciness.
You know what this brewery needs?
What's that?
A black and tan guy.
A black and tan. You know who we got a good
black
one.
and tans here?
You guys do black and tans? Oh, they have stouts and cookies. Okay, so that's another thing about this hotel, dude. From 7 to 9, they have complimentary stouts and cookies in the. Oh, we lost it.
9.
All right, we'll just go make our own.
So from 7 to 9, they have cookies and stouts.
It feels like, what am I doing here? Watching you two
You
idiots.
guys. you clowns. Yeah, but we have a black and tan guy,
Yeah,
Justin.
I will say this in Justin's defense: he made it with a Guinness. When he had the nitro beer, it was perfect.
Well, I haven't seen that, so I can't
So you can't
confirm or
speak
deny
to it, yeah.
that Justin can do anything. The Irish guy. I know that he actually sent us a message after we talked about him last week, saying, "Hey guys, my Irish card is being revoked." And he was like, "Guys, just tell guys that I'm like, please say on air that I shotgun Guinness and I chase it with a Jameson." Wow. I don't know if we can confirm or deny that. Is that good?
Dude, that is amazing.
Sorry, Justin.
It is so.
Dude, that's really good.
Here we go. This is so good. I can't stop
I
eating
was
it.
so nervous. because
That's
of the
super
name.
complex.
I was nervous with the cheddar goblin because I was.
might be-
Yeah.
First off, sours, and then the name. I'm like,
Yeah.
cheddery? But it is so.
We should about to share a fork.
Is it no, mine's rare.
Oh, okay.
It tastes like cheddar?
No, wait.
No, dude, it's
It is so good.
yeah. That's really good. That's delicious.
Nothing that I was expecting, and that's why
Wow. What?
I wouldn't have given it a try.
I'm not-
Now that I tried it, I'm
I'm not gonna sit down and crush one of these, but this is a sipper. Yeah, you can. This is a sipper. This is like I'm chilling out. Like this is
Natalie would love this.
I know.
That's good.
That's very good.
It's not like they. This is good too. I need to stop eating. What's going on? I'm about to go to the gym workout. I'll see you guys later.
Roll
Got
up.
that too.
Yeah, and they do have a
There's
gym.
a gym here.
Yeah. So I do think it is.
Go work out.
I think it is important.
All right, I'll see you later. guys.
I do want to highlight the Nano Dog history because I think it's very fascinating for the craft beer fans that watch this show. Just a quick history. It seems like it started back here in 2019, and it was the brainchild of Nick. Manos is Nick Manos, and at the time he was a member of the Dog Tap Columbus crew and ran the resident home brew club. Right, and so Nick is now the head of Nano Dog, and the Nano Dog brewery is operating on the smallest kit within Brewdog's brewery. All right, he's known for super exclusive, high-intensity, small batch brews and experimenting with new techniques, bizarre ingredients, including Oreo cream filling, toasted phyllo dough, and more. You can always spot a Nano Dog creation on tap at Brewdog bars nationwide and in our online shop. And correct me if I'm wrong, Rachel, but you guys have 8 bars all and just opened one on the strip in Las Vegas and in Atlanta.
Well, the cool thing was when we went through the tour, like they have the huge vats, right? Of
Yes.
like the big beers, and then we like saw the nanos, and there's like these like 8 little guys.
Yep. Yeah,
and it's like, okay, that's cool. Like that's where the stuff gets created, like a mad scientist type thing.
Yeah, he did
But
kind of
it's
seem
really
like,
good.
He did seem like a mad scientist. He seemed like he was. That's the exact guy I want making this because I don't.
Yeah.
The flavor is really complex. To me.
Special. So, well, yeah. Thank you to everybody here at the hotel, Rachel, everybody. This has been a really special, especially like we talked about last week, and the week before that we wanted to make this kind of like a unique thing that we would do.
Yeah.
Go check out cool breweries, bring them to the fans who are millions of fans around the world watching this.
And millions
around the world. We're live.
It's time.
But no, like we want to bring this to people that don't know about it. Like
Yes.
I didn't know about this place, and this is an awesome experience. And the food, the drinks, the people, everything's been amazing. And so we're extremely excited to make this our first stop.
Yes.
And what we hope to do this and maybe bring some guests on while we do it that are like local from the places, right? So like we said, San Antonio Holmes would have been cool to have. Like people like that would be fun. We can go to like Atlanta and get Jerome Bettis, who never comes on our show.
Well, no, he can't. He's like the
That's
Great
right. He
White
never
Buffalo
comes on.
now.
That's right. He can never come on.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just so thankful for everyone at Brew Dog for having us here and making this experience really cool.
Yeah, this has been a phenomenal experience, and we can't recommend it enough. Like Ben said, man, that's kind of the heartbeat of the show. Grab some friends, go do something cool. This is an awesome place to do it if you are a craft beer fanatic. Put it on your bucket list. It is worth every
100%.
single dime, and it's wildly affordable.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So go check it out. Brewdog.com.
Yep.
All right, brewdog.com. Go check it out. You can actually stay in this room.
Yes, you can.
You can book the room we're in right now. A couple of things real quick before we land this thing, get out of here, and go get some stouts and cookies. We have a cookbook we have been talking about for a couple weeks now. It is finalized. It is in the works. It will be here.
How can it be finalized and in the works?
Yeah, it's not shipped to me yet. So it's finalized and the shipping is in the works. Okay. And we're really excited, man. We're really excited to bring it to you. Chef Evan has compiled a lot of really cool recipes that I think you guys will enjoy to cook.
I've seen a preview of it. It is awesome.
Yes. So we're excited for that. So we will give you more information. If you are not already, make sure you go follow at footballin with Ben.
Those AFs are getting
Yeah, they're getting me. These alcohol-free beers are getting me. And I also don't have anything written down. So I'm like, what else do I need to say? Yeah, at footballin with Ben on Instagram. And stay plugged in because we will give you some more information when that lands and do some cool stuff to release it. So other than that, like Ben said, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate your time. Thank all the awesome people here at Brew Dog, and we will see you guys next time.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to it.
Oh, God, sneak it up.